to mail some letters to the dusty and dry state of New Mexico and find out what happens to them. And we are going to have someone, our neighbors over here, meet that know it. Right. Hello there.
Calm down, you two. Stay down. You know better. Little rascal.
Roscoe.
Stay down. I'll put you in the back. Come on. Oh, that made you listen. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice. I'm Carly. What happened right there?
Oh, that's his rock.
Oh.
Dropped that. It's all. We're trying to break him of that, but.
I don't want to get exposed to it. I don't want to get my baby exposed to it. I don't want to get my new addition exposed to it.
You're fine. I'm not going to do that to you. I'll keep my distance. Be all fair.
Okay, so I actually was mailing some. I know you're not a mail carrier, but I actually do have some letters that I actually am sending to the dusty and dry state of New Mexico.
May I ask what?
The reason is because I actually enjoy sending mail, and also the reason is because I actually had lived in New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
In a town called Hobbs. Do you know where that's at?
No, but it reminds me of Calvin Hobbs. Good old comic back in the day.
Which I'm referring to Hobbs, New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
You know where that's at?
I don't, sadly. No, bud, we're not going to play with your rock.
Okay, so I need to make sure my address is correct.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'll put this down.
Is it okay if I come to the hangar?
Yeah, I just don't want
Okay, I don't want to show the address. I do not want to show the address just for privacy reasons, because I actually have this app on my phone that you can do live streams with. Okay, is it correct?
For New Mexico?
So is the address correct? The center address?
Well, right now it says it's going to Rudes, not
It says Ruidoso.
Yeah.
It's Ruidoso. It's actually pronounced Ruidoso.
Is that going to be going? But how's this going to get to Hobbs then?
Well, but these are different. These towns are further from Hobbs.
Okay.
So I have Ruidoso, which is one of them.
All right.
Then I have a town called Tularosa, New Mexico. Do you know where that's at?
I don't. Well, no, I never been to that. I was more in El Paso when I was around that area.
So is the address correct for Tularosa, New Mexico? So is like of where it's going in Tularosa?
That I can't tell you. I don't know.
So this is a New Mexico piece of information that I have had on hand since I was in high school. So excuse the noise, but
Yeah, let's walk this way.
Okay, someone's building a plane.
Yep.
Who's building a plane?
That's Rob. That's my dad. Well, my stepdad who's currently doing that.
Okay, so we have one that's going. Did you just say a bad word?
No, I was just saying let's step over here so that way we're not in the light.
All right, so we have. So I'm pretty sure it's the address for the person that the address that I'm sending to, it is correct, and I used a cursive font. Can you read cursive?
Oh yes, yeah, no, I can read that.
All right, and then we have one going to Ruidoso Downs, New Mexico.
That one I do know. I do know Ruidoso. I hung out there a little bit.
It's Ruidoso Downs, New Mexico. This is where this one's going.
Okay.
And then we finally have Hobbs, New Mexico. So is that correct? Is it correct?
Yeah, I can read it.
All right. So it has the person's name. So the person usually I put the person, family, or couple's last name on there.
Okay.
So we have so the information's on there. So I have the person's first, I believe so I have the person's last name, And I have the number of the house. Is that part of it?
Yeah, it's all there.
And we have the street, the name of the street, the city, the state, and the zip code.
Yeah. It's all like it looks proper.
So I use a. Have you been wondering how I even did this? So you're wondering how I put the addresses on there?
Well, I can tell on some of them it looks like stickers. Did you print them off, or was it more handwritten?
It was a two of them I actually used some kind of gel pen, and I believe they're the kind that I like, and they are from a company, a well-known company. Like if you're shoppers. If you're shoppers at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann Fabrics, you probably have seen that company, right?
What's the name of the company that you use?
I actually own some of their products.
Really?
I actually have one of their newest products on the market, and they call it, so there's different models they have. So it's this really cool looking machine. It can do so much.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna have to ask again. What company is providing you with this stuff?
I actually taught myself how to address envelopes on a cutting machine.
Oh, okay. So that's how it is. It's with the cutting machine.
Yes, I actually own a name brand cutting machine. You may be thinking it was a Silhouette machine.
Yeah, no, I mostly do all my stuff handwritten. It's just how I've been.
I actually use a quicker way, a cutting machine. And I believe, and it's like a baby blue color. My current one, I believe, is a baby blue color. Some things that it can do: it can cut, it can engrave, it can draw, it can score, and it can even do print and cut.
Oh, nice. That's actually really impressive. That's a lot of useful features that it can do on there.
Yep. And some of the one of my most popular, I actually like to make event decor with it.
Oh, okay.
I believe so. I'm pretty if you haven't been to any Aero States events at that place over there.
I don't think I've gotten the chance to visit them yet.
But if you have been to that part of, hang on, I don't want to show these.
No, you're good. Keep yourself safe.
Okay, so if you haven't been to that place in Aero States, there actually at that place over there, there actually was a 60s there actually was a tribute to the 60s that took place there.
Okay.
So who arrived?
You'll have to give me 1 sec. This is my mom and my grandma. I haven't seen my grandmother in months, so you'll have to pardon me for this interruption.
All right, so do you know there's a female German Shepherd here in Aero States?
None that I've seen. All I've seen is Chief.
Well, there's another German Shepherd here in Aero States on Cessna Lane.
Really?
Do you know where Cessna Lane's at?
That I do not.
Cessna Lane is a road here in Aero States.
Is that further down, closer towards the lake?
Cessna Lane is really close to Piper Lane.
Okay.
And there's a Dachshund and a German Shepherd and a painted tabby and a Russian blue cat that lived there.
Oh, fun. Yeah. You happy to see her? How you doing, Chief?
Levi!
You have to give me 1 second. I'm glad to see you guys made it.
This little guy here, yeah. You.
I actually am sending some letters to New Mexico.
Oh, you are? Oh, good for you. Oh.
Actually, to the dusty and dry state of New Mexico.
Nice.
And I need to make sure the addresses on all of these are correct. I need to make sure the address is correct.
All right.
Oh, come on, let's get out of the ways on here. It's dangerous in this area.
Oh, okay.
Just a lot of dogs running around. Don't want you to get tripped over or anything.
And do you send mail too?
I haven't sent a letter in a very long time, sadly.
I actually have been sending mail for over 10 years.
Really? Nice. Do you have a pen pal that you send to?
I actually have family and friends. I actually have family that I send mail to.
That's nice to hear. It's always good to keep in touch with family.
And these here, so these here are close friends of ours.
Okay.
On these envelopes. So one of them I believe is from school back in New Mexico. One of them I believe is someone that my dad worked with.
Okay.
At a place called Zia Park in Hobbs, New Mexico. You familiar with that place?
I'm not.
And then we have one of the cowboys. Then one of the cowboys at Zia Park.
Okay.
The place that my dad worked at. And then finally here's another one of the cowboys that my dad worked with, and I actually also put his wife's name, actually put his wife's first and last name on the envelope.
Okay.
Did you know his wife actually has the same name actually as one of as my 11th born? Have you ever seen me like with my 11th born before?
Sadly, I haven't seen any of that. I can't say that I've known much about it.
It was my 11th born was a girl.
Okay. It looks like those are all ready to be sent.
So since they have a stamp on them,
would you like to walk down?
Sure.
Yeah, you lead the way, please.
All right, I'll show you how it works.
Absolutely.
So I don't want my mom to get mad.
Nope, by all means. Go ahead and do anything you need to.
I'll show you how. So do you know where the mailbox is at?
I saw it up at the front, but I don't know if that's sending out or just receiving.
Actually, so this mail actually is outgoing mail. So I'm pretty sure you know how the mail works, right?
Yes.
So, anyways, I also brought along one of my babies with me. One of my I actually brought my 19th born with me. So these are all some of the places that we see. Do you know who lives there?
I do not. I haven't been able to meet them yet.
So do you know who lives there?
Sadly, I can't say that as well.
There's a dachshund that lives at that place.
Oh, okay. Are you a big fan of animals around the neighborhood?
Yes, I actually have drawn pictures of some of the of the animals around Arrow States.
Oh, that's actually really nice.
So are there any animals, are there any of the new animals that I have not drawn yet?
Well, then I'd probably say you haven't seen my 2 cats yet, because I brought 2 cats to the area. I have my white cat, Mac, who's a little bit, he's a smoky gray house cat.
Is it a Russian blue cat?
That, I can't say. I don't know his proper breed. I do know my other cat, she's a Himalayan.
I never even heard of a Himalayan cat. Is that a cat that lives in Arrow States?
She just came down with me and is now living with us, but she doesn't go outside a lot.
Looks like there's a Himalayan cat in Arrow States now. That's a breed of cat we don't have yet here in the neighborhood. There's 2 pit bulls that live there.
Oh, okay. I love animals. Big fan of them.
There's some mixed breed dogs that live there.
Yeah.
So looks like we're getting close. So you're familiar with this part of Arrow States?
Yeah, I've been able to walk around a little bit at least. So this is your guys' outgoing mail. Yes.
So this is where I even checked the mail here too, but I do not have the mail keys with me.
Oh, okay.
But I decided to take some down. Okay, so it can go in any of these, right?
From my understanding, yes.
So that's usually this is where I usually put it.
Okay.
First, we need to make sure there's a stamp on all of them. Pretty sure there's a stamp on all of them. So it can only go out if it has a stamp. Okay, let's get them in there.
There you go.
All right.
Safe travels.
Hopefully they get to their destinations.
Absolutely. Male guy's doing pretty well so far. Such beautiful country out here.
Sure is. You mean the United States?
Oh, I just mean Texas. I came down from South Dakota and lived in the Black Hills, so it's very nice to just be in a place that's warm all the time versus where I was from. You walk outside, the wind would hurt your face.
So do you know all the animals in Arrow States yet?
I don't. I haven't been able to get around and actually introduce myself to all of them.
So I actually got to tell my mom that I just figured out that there's a Himalayan cat in our neighborhood.
Someday, when she's feeling ready, I'll bring her outside.
So I got to tell mom that there's actually that there's going to be a Himalayan cat in our neighborhood soon. So you know the dog that lives there?
I have not met Walt's dog yet. I didn't know he had one.
He has a little dog.
Oh, okay.
And something noteworthy about his dog is that his dog actually is kind of unique looking. Him and his wife's dog is kind of, and they also have a cat named Trixie, and it's a ginger tabby.
Oh, I love gingers.
I have one. I have a ginger tabby, and it's a boy. His name is Opie.
I've had 2 gingers in my life. I've had one that I named Garfield because Garfield, and another one I found when I was on deployment that I named TT, or Tiny Tiger.
So where'd you get both those names?
Garfield was from the comic strip, and I was a big fan of it when I was a kid, so Orange Tabby honestly made sense to name him after that. TT was, she was a wild child in Afghanistan that I found. Just kind of climbed up my leg one day and never left. So, named her Tiny Tiger after the fact that she would stand up to our bomb defusal dog, would just stand her ground even though she was only like half, a fourth of a foot tall. She was so tiny.
So have you met the dog over there?
I have not.
There's a Cavapoo in Arrow States that's named Fergie.
Hey, bud.
Is that your dog or is that your dad's dog?
This is Roscoe and Chief. These are my mom and dad's dogs. They just know me because I'm around them a lot.
So you know the Willits family has a Labradoodle.
Oh yeah.
So they like to play rough.
Oh yeah. Roscoe likes to just jump on his brother every now and then.
So are Chief and Roscoe brothers?
Yes.
I like how my cats Jax and Opie are brothers.
Yeah.